Air is invisible, but the effects of air pressure are amazing. It's gonna pop out. Bam! You feel the pressure? And you can prove the power of pressure at home with the cool experiments we're gonna do today. I'm Steve Spangler, and I love blowing stuff up with the power of science. I'm gonna show you how you can do it yourself. Bam! You can harness the power of science in your own home with DIY Sci. Yeah! Hi, I'm Steve Spangler. Welcome to DIY Sci. Today, we're talking about pressure. You ever pop your ears, on an airplane or a car ride, you're trying to equalize things? That's pressure. Now, pressure technically is the amount of force over an applied area. Believe it or not, there's air pushing on every square inch of your body, and there's a lot of air pushing on every square inch of your body. Maybe the best way to show you is this. Take a look at this. It's a steel bar. It's a heavy steel bar. It's 14.7 pounds of mass. Look at this. And the end is a square inch. So imagine this resting on every square inch of your body. That's the pressure you feel if you're at sea level. It's this huge column of air that's pushing down, and if you can learn how to harness the power of that air, you can do some pretty amazing things, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today. Let me show you the power of air pressure using some simple things that you can find at home. You're going to need a bowl. Might be a little bit messy, and a glass container, so that's fine. A coaster, but you could also use a playing card or anything that will cover the surface. And of course, a little bit of water. All right, so the water goes into the jar like this. We're gonna take it all the way to the very top. Perfect. And now the card goes in place. The whole thing turns upside down. Now you understand why we have a bowl. All right, now this is the leap of faith because you need to let go of the card and just hope that the water stays there. Stay there, water, stay there. Bam! There it is, right? So look, the water stays in. There's no glue, there's nothing at all. There it is. If you're very brave, it's up and over your head. That's only if you're brave. Oh, I just felt something. Here we go. I'm back down again. And now, just to prove to you there's no trick, turn it upside down. The coaster is fine, and the water is back. So if you said that the secret to this was the air pressure pushing up, you are absolutely correct. In fact, we really only have to be concerned about the air pressure on the card pushing in this area here. So let's focus on this here. And it's a simple calculation, but you'll be amazed with how much air is actually pushing up on the card. All right, let's use inches. If I measure this across here like this, that's 2.5 inches. So if I draw this out on a card, so we really can see what this looks like, there is what our square inches look like. There are 5 square inches in this circle. This bar weighs 14.7 pounds. Times 5 square inches, that gives us 72 pounds of pressure pushing up, and we definitely don't have 72 pounds of pressure pushing down. The pressure wins and the water stays in the cup. As we continue to look at the power of air and air pressure all around us, I thought we needed some help, and so this is Skylar. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Now, you brought something. What is that?
It's a bag of clothes that I need to pack in my suitcase.
I think that's a pretty good idea. And they're all thrown in there. And
they are.
Look at this. There's a lot of air that's in here as well. And if you look at this, look at how much space it takes up.
Oh my
It's really, really big. So if we were able to use air pressure, kind of in a reverse process, to pull the air that's in here out and allow the outside air to push on the bag, this might look pretty cool. And it would look different. So this is where I'm gonna need your help, okay? So we have a pretty powerful shop vac over here, okay? So this is the business end. This will be yours.
Okay.
You're gonna put that shop vac up to this special valve. We're gonna draw as much air out as we can.
All right.
Got it? All right, here we go. Nice. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. And pull it off. Nice.
Whoa. Oh
Look
my
at that.
gosh.
There are all of your clothes exactly the way they were, except we took out all the air inside. Feel this.
Gosh.
Isn't that
It's like-
amazing?
Yeah, it's so crumpled.
It is. Look at how
Alright.
much less room it takes
Oh my
up
gosh.
because of all that pressure. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if you could feel that pressure?
You got to be kidding me. Oh boy.
Here is the bag, and before we get started, I gotta tell you something. This is something you cannot do at home. You're gonna reserve this for the DIY Sci Lab. All right, are you
boy.
ready?
Sure.
All right, here we go. So here is a great
my
big
gosh.
bag. It's kind of like a sandwich bag, and I'm gonna need you to get into the bag.
Oh boy.
Excellent. We don't want the bag over your head, right?
yeah.
We don't want the bag over her head, and you can't try this at home. Got it? All right. So here's what I was thinking. We have to put the end of the shop vac in with you. So you're gonna hang on to it like this. Can I put your hands around it there?
Okay.
Good. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this over here. So now we're gonna put the bag up and around like this. Is that feeling good?
Sure.
No, it's not. Are you kidding me? This is crazy.
1, 2, 3, go!
Here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh. There it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at this. That's it. Would you look at this? She's vacuum packed. Oh, that's perfect. Airtight all around you. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is perfect. This is a great way to vacuum pack a kid. It is. You feel the pressure? Do you all around your body?
Yes.
I know. This is what makes it really, really cool. Got it? Should I let you out?
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna let
please.
you out. So good. Are you good?
Yeah, that was.
Do you look great?
Cool.
Do you feel any different?
No, not now. I did while I was in there.
Now you know exactly what it's like to be these clothes. And these are
clothes.
yours. Thanks for coming to the workshop.
Thank you.
You did a great job. That's the power of air. You don't need a big vacuum cleaner to experience the power of air pressure. You just need a jar, a piece of paper, and an egg. You're gonna find out how you can get this egg inside this bottle. Plus, you'll see how you can crush a giant metal drum. Look at this. It crushed it. Coming up on DIY Sci. Welcome back to DIY Sci. I want to show you how to take what we've learned about the power of air and apply it to a classic science experiment called the egg in the bottle. This is an old-fashioned milk bottle. Now you don't have to use one of these. You could very easily find a bottle that has a similar opening. You're just trying to find a bottle where a shelled hard-boiled egg won't slip into the opening. That's going to be really important. All right, so the question is, how do you get the egg into the bottle? And no fair just like slamming it down. We're gonna use air pressure to help push it inside. Normally, putting an egg on a bottle like this, the air pressure is not gonna just push it inside. So we have to create a difference in pressure. So here is just one possible solution. If we were to heat the air in this bottle, those molecules that are close together now are gonna move far away from each other and start to escape from the bottle. Then, after they escape from the bottle, if I could seal the bottle with the egg forming a one-way valve, we could allow the outside air pressure to push on the egg as the air here starts to cool. And as the air cools, the molecules come back together again, means the pressure on the outside is greater than the pressure inside. Let's see if that hypothesis holds true. I've got my eggs, they're shelled. I've put a little water on the eggs to kind of help out. I've got a piece of paper that we're gonna light on fire. I've got my safety glasses, and I've got the striker. Okay, so here we go. Strip of paper is on fire. This goes down into the bottle, and that starts to burn. Now the egg goes on top like this. We're going to, bam, I couldn't even finish it, and it is inside. Your eyes were not playing tricks on you. Take a look again in slow-mo. You can see that now that fire went out. As soon as the fire went out, now those molecules started to come back together again. The outside pressure pushed on the egg, and that's the egg in the bottle. I know what you're asking. Could you get the egg out of the bottle? Yes, you can, but you can't crack the bottle. It's a great bottle and you don't want to break the egg. That's cheating. So let's just reverse engineer what we just did. If I could make the pressure on the inside of the bottle greater than the pressure on the outside of the bottle, well, I could shoot the egg out and probably into my mouth because that's the way I'm going to create the pressure. So look at what we have here. I've positioned the egg so that there's a seal here on the bottom. I'm going to push air in and hopefully the air can't come back out until the air pressure is great enough to pop the egg right back out. All right, here we go. Anything for DIY Sci. Oh, here it comes. Here it is. There it is. See, it's starting to come out. It's gonna pop out and bam! And the egg's out of the bottle. But we have a rogue egg somewhere, and that's okay because it's my job to put as many eggs in the bottle as possible. Awesome. Bam! Egg in the bottle, egg out of the bottle. It's all because of the power of air pressure. So far, we've seen the power of air hold water in an upside down glass, push an egg into a bottle, we even vacuum packed a kid. The question is air powerful enough to crush this can? We'll find out. That's coming up next on DIY Sci. Welcome back, I'm Steve Spangler. All right, when you finish a soda, you probably do this. Crush the can right before you throw it into the recycling bin. Of course you do. That takes a tremendous amount of pressure, right? You're gonna get a pretty good squeeze to be able to do it. What if I told you that you could learn to crush a can like this without touching it at all? In fact, you're simply gonna hold on to it with a little pair of tongs. And even better, you're gonna dip it in this water right here. It's easy to do, but you're gonna need some things that you can find in the kitchen. We've got a hot plate that's over here, and I have some empty soda cans that you see here. So I emptied out the cans and washed them out, and to those I added just a little bit of water. Not much, but a little bit of water. Okay. These are gonna go on the hot plate and we are gonna boil the water inside. So because we're using that, it's always a good idea to throw on our safety glasses. So we're set. So each of the cans that you see here on the hot plate have just a little bit of water inside, and I can hear, maybe you can hear the water boiling. It's boiling really well. All right, what do you see coming out of the top of the can right here? That's water vapor. That's the water molecules turning from a liquid into a gas. And in fact, those water molecules are moving far, far apart. And as a result of that, it's pushing out all of the air. That's great, because in just a second, we're gonna pick one of these up, turn it upside down, and seal it in the water here, meaning that the very top here will be sealed over a layer of water. We're gonna let the outside air pressure do its job and hopefully crush that can. All right, let's take a look. Here's our tongs. All right, this one is looking good. Here we go, right in the water like this, watch. Bam! And look at all the water that was drawn up inside at the same time. Not only did the outside air pressure push it in, but the water molecules moved together closely, water shot inside, cooled the whole thing down, and you can see it crushed the can with absolutely no problem at all. That means we've got more to go. All right, here we go. Let's try this one here. This is looking good. Upside down. As soon as that is covered, bam! There you go. Here, try this one here. Bam! Bam! Look at that. The power of air to be able to crush the can. But I know what you're thinking. If this little can is good, what about a bigger can? Let's use this empty solvent can in place of the soda cans to see if there's enough air pressure to be able to crush this big can. So here's what I did. I added a small amount of water to this can, and that's what you see on this burner over here. Now the important part is that we see the water vapor coming out. It's so important to understand that that water is turning from a liquid into a gas. The molecules are moving far apart and actually pushing the air out of the can. So when we seal the can up and we cool it down, we're gonna allow the outside pressure to push in. All right, safety glasses on, safety gloves on. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We'll seal it up like this. Nice, tight seal. This will come over here. Good. And now, we could just let it cool down, but we want it to happen a little bit faster, so that's where the water comes in. Listen to it, it's talking. There it goes, look at this. Perfect. That's almost 2,800 pounds pushing on the outside of that can to crush it like this. Well, we've seen how the power of air can crush a metal can, but how do you use this in real life? Well, one example is a machine like this industrial oil filter crusher. This machine pumps air into the cylinder on top, which compresses the air. The compressed air applies 10 tons of crushing force to the piston. Factories and car repair shops use the machines so that the cans they throw out will take up a whole lot less space. That makes them easier to recycle. Next, we're gonna supersize our can crush. That's right, a 55-gallon steel drum. Can we crush this without a machine or a baseball bat? All this next on DIY Side. Welcome back to DIY Side. So we used air pressure to crush a soda can. That was really cool. Then we made it a little bit bigger with a solvent can. Crush that metal can, that was awesome. But is there enough air pressure and is it powerful enough to crush this can? It's a 55-gallon steel drum and this is thick steel. Enough that it's gonna be hard to even crush it with a baseball bat. Well, if we're actually gonna do this, we're just gonna have to take everything that we've done so far and make it a little bit bigger. Bigger can, bigger stove, and we've got this pool of ice water. This only means one thing, I'm gonna need some help, and that's where Higginsworth comes in. Higgs, you did a great job of getting all the materials together. If we're gonna supersize this thing, I'm gonna need your help, and we're gonna have to start by putting some of the water in here,
okay.
Right? So we just need a little bit more water than we had in the smaller cans. So
Absolutely.
Here's our water. Good. All right, now, let's turn this on and fire up that stove there. Nice, that's a really good fire. All right, let's grab this end. You grab the other end and we'll just kind of pick it up in here. Nice. Make sure it's stable so it doesn't tip over.
Yeah, it feels pretty good.
Good. All right, so here's what we want to do. We want that flame to boil the water. That water is going to turn from a liquid into a gas. That water vapor is going to push all the air out of this 55-gallon drum, right? And we're going to start to see that water vapor come out here.
Absolutely.
The only thing we have to do now is wait for it to boil. About 2 minutes go by. All right, let's look at the temperature. Temperature 212. That's perfect.
Right.
Let's do this, all right? Safety glasses on, safety gloves.
Okay.
All right, so here's your glasses.
Thank you.
We turn off the gas and lock down the cap. Okay, really tighten it down.
Okay.
Okay, good. Keep going. That's good.
Okay.
Good seal, all right. Throw it off to the side.
down.
Take these. Okay, let's pick it up and put it in the water. Got it?
Okay. Yep.
Bingo. Now, we don't know when it's gonna go. Do you hear it talking? Here, look at this.
All right.
All right, a little of this over the top. See? Now, the steel is thick. You've got those water molecules now coming closer together. That's the power of air. That was amazing.
That's awesome.
That scared the heck out of me. Wow. Did you see that go? That was bam and it was in. So soon as we took the can and put it in the swimming pool, I thought we had some time, so I was gonna explain what was going on with the molecules. Bam! The whole thing takes off and it crushes. And when you looked at it, that was wall to wall touching. That was amazing. Quick calculation, there's actually 3,400 square inches of surface area on that drum. Multiply that by 14.7 pounds per square inch. That's 50,000 pounds of pressure pushing on the can. Look at this. Look at this. This is steel. Look at this. It crushed it. That implosion was so powerful, it put a big crack in the kiddie pool. That pool's not gonna hold water anymore. That's the power of air pressure. Well, I don't wanna pressure you, but there's more DIY side coming up next. That was amazing. Well, what did we learn today? We learned that air is extremely powerful. This pressure that's all around us that you don't feel and you don't even think about is actually there. There's 14.7 pounds on every square inch of your body pushing. It's responsible for holding the water in the glass, for pushing the egg in the bottle, for vacuum packing a kid. We crushed metal cans. There was so much power that we were able to crush a 55-gallon steel drum with almost 50,000 pounds of pressure. I'm Steve Spangler. See you next time on DIY Side.
End of show. Take 2.
Well, what did we learn today? We learned that the experiments I showed you how to do should not be done in your home. They should be done in a friend's home. That's pretty much what we learned today. See you next week.